guys, we're Meeples Abroad and I'm Passan.
And I'm Damien.
So today we'll be introducing Mythalix, a Greek board game by Sunrise Game Studio.
Okay, so the first thing that you do in setting up the game is everyone gets a player board. So it's for 2 to 4 players, so we're going to set up with myself and Passan. Each gets a snazzy player board which you're going to keep in front of you before you draw your character card who's going to be a god. So Passan, who shall I play with today?
Why don't you choose?
Okay, I'm going to choose this one. I got Hermes, the messenger god. I'm going to place him just here.
This is pretty cool. I'm going to take Aphrodite.
Nice, Aphrodite. Who else was it we could have played with? Athena, Zeus, Poseidon, Hera, Artemis and Hades. So we've got all the Greek favourites that we could have been playing with today. So what do we need to do next? We need to get our character, don't we?
So we got these nice acrylics to represent each character. So this is mine.
Yeah, great. And I've got Hermes, so here he is. Nice, nice tactile game this with some great character counters. So I think what we do is we start by placing our character in one of the 4 corners. Now I don't know if you can see this. We've actually got different regions of the board to represent the 4 elements. Yeah, that's a good idea. So fire over here.
Yeah. And wind.
We've got wind
which is over here.
Yeah.
And then we've got earth, which is over here. And
we've got water,
which is obviously over here.
Great, it's got 4 elements. So we're going to start in one of the elemental zones. So I'm going to start up here in fire. I don't think it matters too much where we start.
No, I don't think so. So I'm going to start on earth.
Okay, the opposite end. So I'm going to start by taking my fire element, because every character, every player starts with 1 element which they place on their player board. And what we're trying to do is collect 4 elements throughout the game. Because I've got an element and Passan's got an element, and there are actually 4 more elements at different parts of the board that we can try and take over and win those elements. So what else do we get? Is it 3 gold I think we start with? So I'll give you 3 gold to start.
Thank you.
And I'm going to take 3 gold for myself as well. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is choose our colour for our strongholds. Which colour do you want to be?
I'll be green.
Okay, and I'll take red. So more great tactile counters. What we do with our strongholds is we can place them on various stronghold tiles or hexes within the game, and they just fit on really nicely onto these shapes and transform into your own space.
Yeah. And the other nice thing about this is there's a little space there, which you can see the numbers. So, for example, there's 10 there, and when you put it on that hexagon, you can see it's 10 plus 5, so it's 15. So you're not always writing down and thinking,
really
remembering
how
many points or what the score is for you to beat.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be moving around the board, and I don't know if you can see here, but each hex has got its own point value. This is how much you have to score on your turn to take over this hex. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to be rolling some dice. So this is a dice game. I've got a 6-sided dice here. Is there another 6-sided dice? Here it is, yes. Yeah. Because we start the game with 2 6-sided dice, but it might be that later on in the game we can upgrade to this snazzy 8-sided dice, or even this one here.
Yeah.
20-sided dice. I somehow still keep rolling 1s and 2s even with 20-sided dice. Okay, what next? So we're going to be trying to take over our strongholds, or get strongholds on different counters. So you need to think about where we're going to take it to. So I think I'm going to be aiming for something down here. Now this is handy because we can move 2 at a time. We've got 2 movements. In fact, that reminds me, I think we should put our tokens on where we can easily mark and keep track of how much movement you've got.
So what's the red one again?
How much defense? Red is just my colour. Oh. So oh no, you're right. Red isn't my colour. Red is for my attack.
What's the red one again?
Red one is for attack.
Okay, so I'll put that there. And then the green?
The green one is for movement.
Alright, so I'll put that on the top.
We actually will start with 2 movements. So start one just there.
And then the blue is...
That one's your defense.
Right.
And so each character starts with 20 defense.
How do you know that?
It says it right here at the bottom of your god card. What else have you got? Is there anything else on the god card?
It tells you your skill bonus.
What's your skill bonus?
So Aphrodite, the goddess of love, has a +2 defense for your stronghold, and ultra power. There's a +3 movements.
Okay, so
What's yours?
my skill bonus is +2 defense for my strongholds. Same as yours. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them are very different. I think it's coincidence we've got the same there.
Yeah.
So this is it's cool because each character has their own powers. So no two games will ever be the same. Your strategy in one game couldn't possibly be a winning strategy every time because you're going to have to deal with each one's sort of special powers as the game progresses. Okay.
So 1 second. Do we put these at 2 or do we just leave them there and we
Put it at 2 for now.
Yeah.
Though I think in the final version it's going to start on 2, so we won't need to worry about keeping track of that.
Okay. So at the moment I'll just do that.
Okay, so I'm going to go first then. So on your go, you start by collecting any of your anything that your stronghold is offering you. So it might be that you've got a stronghold. So I might have one of my red hexes. On a mine, a gold mine, which would mean at the start of my go I collect a gold, or I might have a stronghold on one of these tiles. Pass on, can you remind me what this tile was? What's the name of the one with the bird?
It's the power.
The power card. Okay, so these are the power cards there. Right, and there's actually one in the middle for this one. What's that one right in the middle?
That is the Mythalix.
Mythical. Oh, the mythical card.
It's the mythical card.
Okay, so each of these cards have very special powers. I think if I'm right, the power cards are sort of like one-time powers, which you can use once and give up the card. Same with the mythical actually, but they tend to be really quite impressive cards and let you do some really quite cool stuff.
And on the board, there's only one mythical power hold, whereas
stronghold right in the middle.
Stronghold, whereas every other aspect has 4 for each.
Yeah, there's a power here, power here.
There's 2 powers. There's
1, 2, 3, 4 gold.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can take over maybe a defense stronghold and up your defense, or take over a movement stronghold and up the amount that your counter can move on a single turn. Or if you take over a mine, you'll get more gold, which lets you buy more cards. Or if you take over the power or the mythical, you get some really cool powers that you can use throughout the game. So I think I'm going to start my turn by aiming to take a movement tile. Because if I'm successful there, then I'll actually be able to move quicker around the board and be able to do more cool stuff.
Okay.
So I'm going to aim here, which I can because it's 2 spaces away. But it has got a 10 on there. Which means,
what does that mean?
What that means is, on my go, and I'm starting with 2 6-sided dice because I've not yet upgraded, I can try and roll a 10 or higher. And if I roll a 10 or higher, I will take over this stronghold. Now, you know what, I'm thinking differently. 10's quite unlikely, isn't it? To roll a 10, 12's the highest. This one here, this power card that I can see, which doesn't have a colour around the hex, means that if I win on this turn, I don't get to put a stronghold on it, but I will take a power card.
All right.
That could be quite useful. And I only need 6 to do that. So that's cheaper than taking over a stronghold power card, which is 12. That makes sense because I get a card every time.
Yeah. Do you think you can get a 6?
I hope so.
You've got
Which
one
one?
from your 21 card.
Oh no. Yes! I've got an 8. Okay, so that means I win a power card.
There you go.
Which is going to give me a special power in the future. Okay, that's interesting.
1 gold.
Right, and yeah, so
gold.
why do I get the gold? I think it's because every time you win with your dice roll, that sort of marks the end of your turn and you get a gold. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put my gold just there, which means it's now your turn.
Rolling dice straight away, I'm going to buy an army card.
Oh, clever. The army card is 3 gold, was it?
Right, so I have 3 gold here, so I'm going to spend that. Here's the bank, or the equivalent of Greek banks.
Bank.
I'm going to put that there. Oh, actually, so here I've got a dragon army. It's a Kickstarter exclusive card actually. It says gain 4+ for all of your attacks. What does that mean?
4. Wow, that sounds really powerful to me. So gain 4+ for all of your attacks. So the first thing to do is slide your attack on by 4.
So that's the red one.
Okay. So this will help you remember that you've now got an extra 4. Every time you roll the dice, that is your attack.
Okay.
So last time I rolled an 8.
Yeah.
But you...
So I can add 4 to my 8.
Exactly.
I see.
Which means you'd be able to take over that one. Ah.
Right, so now, it's a good thing that I did that first, so now I am more confident in acquiring one of these. So instead, I'm going to go for the blue one here.
The defense.
Which is the defense. And I'm going to roll...
So you need to roll a 10 normally, but with your +4, that means you only need to roll a 6. And that +4 is permanent whilst you've got that army card there. And you've done it. He's rolled 8 plus his 4.
Brilliant. Got a 4, 8 there.
Very good.
So what happens next?
Well, because this is a stronghold hex, you get to place your green stronghold there. So it's one of your 4 strongholds, and you've chosen to take a permanent defense, giving you a +3. So you can slide your defense.
And that's the blue one?
That is the blue one.
Oh, do you know what? I just realised. So these little dice colours represent the ones here as well. So that's blue, red, green, and it's easy to follow it as well.
Oh yeah, that's very clever. Okay, great. Okay, and you also won your roll, which means you take a gold from the bank.
Yes, I've got.
Yeah, I'm not going to remind you of that every time.
Alright.
Okay, so back to me. So it's my go. You know what? I liked your idea of taking an army card, so I'm going to spend 3 of my gold also on taking an army card. Okay, so it's not quite as good as Passan's. I've got Nike's army. Nike was the goddess of vengeance, I think. In fact, it's quite cool because underneath, at the bottom of the card, we actually get a little bit of Greek culture here. So Nike's army. Yeah, okay, I will. Known as the goddess of speed, I was completely wrong. Strength and victory. Nike was the daughter of Pallas, the Titan god of warcraft. And the river Styx, there you go, yeah, that makes sense, Nike victory. Who was I thinking of? I think Nemesis. Nemesis is the Greek god of vengeance. Anyway, so I'm going to place this on my army tile. Now, it'll be just worth showing you at this stage. This is the player board, and you've got space for 4 army cards, or 2 army cards and 2 warriors, or 3 army cards and 1 warrior. The point is you can have a maximum of 2 warriors, because they're really quite special. And up to 4
What's
armies.
the difference between the army cards and the warrior cards?
Yeah, well, it's a good question. So the army cards, I think, always give us extra attack, whereas the warrior cards give us sort of defense based on what's going on in your game. So it might say, for example, an extra 2 defense for every couple of armies you've got. Yeah, so
and it's also more expensive, which probably means it's more valuable.
Yeah, it is. And I think it's the warrior cards also that help get these guys into the game.
Yeah, so here, for example, Pegasus replace 1 dice with a 20-sided dice.
That's a beautiful card as well.
Yeah.
Isn't the artwork absolutely stunning? It's great. I mean, I'm a bit of a... you wouldn't know I was a Greek nerd after that boo-boo with Nemesis, but I love looking at all these Greek pictures. Okay, so let's have a think. I have bought my card. I'm actually now going to enact my power card before I take my turn, because you'll remember that I won a power card last time. These are 1 turn uses, but what I can do with my power card with Hestia is to swap my army card with somebody else's army card. So yours is better than mine, so I'm going to use my power card.
Can I refuse?
It's a good question. No. There might be a card maybe later on in the game which be able to say, no, you're not doing that, but I don't think you've got it because you don't have any cards.
I do not.
So, you've got no choice.
Thank you. Use it well.
Which means I'm going to change my attack to 4 and you're going to be changing your attack to 2. There we go. Which will be very useful now when I decide where to go next. So I think it's time I took over a stronghold. So I need to decide, do I want extra attack, do I want extra defense, or extra movement, or a gold? I'd love a gold, but it's just too far away right now. So I think I'm actually going to go for extra attack, because that'll help me take over.
How do you determine how many spaces you can move?
You can move 2 spaces on any go, unless you've got extra movement. So if you've taken over a movement stronghold, it might give you +1. And I suppose there might be other cards which might give you particular movement in particular turns. I know there's certainly one card in there which lets you move to anywhere on the board, which might be useful if we want to attack each other later on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm going to try for this one. It's worth 10, or at least it's got a defense of 10. Does this stronghold? But I've already got 4, so I'm just rolling 6. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. 7. I've done it. Okay, great. So I'm going to take my gold before I forget, because I won my roll. I wouldn't get that if I didn't. And I'm going to put my stronghold just here. Okay.
So, I mean, I know I've got that, but what's the purpose of having a stronghold? So it's different.
Yeah, the stronghold gives you things. Resources or extra attack or extra defense. So there are 6 types of stronghold. There's gold, so if you have one there you get an extra gold at the start of each turn. There's movement, which lets you move 1 more than you could normally move, because usually it's up to 2 hexes, so you can move 3. There's attack, which gives you +2 on attack. So just like you've got a +2 attack on this card, if you have a stronghold with +2, you get 2 extra attack every time as well. Defense +3. So that'd be quite valuable if you're worried about being attacked yourself.
Yeah.
Because we can attack each other.
Yeah.
But we're just quite far away from each other right now.
At the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
So let's say I'm close by, and if I want to take over that stronghold, what do I need to do?
Well, so first of all, you have to move over here, which will take you a while, and you have to get to my stronghold. Now, you'll remember it had a defense of 10 to this stronghold when I just took it over.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can see on the video, what Passan was trying to show you was it's got a +5 on my stronghold. So this nicely fits right over the 10 and says that this tile is now worth 10 + 5, it's worth 15. So it's actually harder for you to take it from me than it is for me to just take it in the first place.
Right.
So you'd have a bit of a job on right now, I think, trying to take over with a 15. Bear in mind, you can only roll up to 12, you've only got an extra 2, so I think you'll have to up your attack before you even think about coming after me.
Okay.
So I think that's the end of my turn. Okay, so we just fast forward a little bit, and a lot's happened over the last half an hour or so. Okay, so Passan, you're now down here, aren't you? No, you're up here, and it's me over there. So we've actually got a handful of different warrior cards, and I've upped my army as well. So I've got the Medusa, which has given me a 12-sided dice.
I've actually got a 20-sided dice by getting Gaia.
And I've got Heracles as well, an 8-sided dice. So our attack now has, quite a high potential. Passan could get up to 26 in one go. I'm glad that I'm quite far away from him, because we actually got in a bit of a brawl earlier on. The gods went to war and Passan did take it, so I'm staying away. And I'm concentrating on going for this altar right here, because I've got 2 elements, so 1 more and I've won it.
Yeah. I'm going over here, and then I get my final element and I get to win.
I think you just need to collect your resources first of all, because somehow, I don't know how he did it, Passan got the central mythical space, so he actually gets to take one of these really powerful cards.
And do I need to reveal this right now? Or
no, you don't. But if you want to tell everyone else what it is, I won't listen, and you can let everyone know what that power is, because it's very good.
So I've got Atlas, this beautiful depiction of Atlas. It's an epic card. It says, move your god to defend a stronghold under attack with +3 defense. Do not lose an element if you are defeated. It's pretty good. Okay. I'm done.
Okay, great.
Right. I'm not going to use it right now.
I think you've also got a gold to take, an extra gold, because you're gold mine.
Okay, so I'm taking that. Actually, I might use that. So I've got Atlas. It's an epic card. Could you remind me what an epic card is again?
What a mythical card is. An epic card. I think it just means it's something very good and very powerful. Move your god to defend a stronghold under attack with +3 defense. Well, I don't think you'll be using it now because I'm not attacking it. So I think you'll only use that when I come to attack.
Right, then forget I have it. Right, so I will roll my...
Which one are you attacking? This one here?
Yes.
Okay, so you need 20.
Okay.
And I think if you get that, you win.
But do I not have
You've got a lot of extra attack as well. How much extra attack do you have?
I have 10.
10. So all you need to do is roll 10, and you've got a potential of 26 here. Yes, he's rolled a 9.
Okay.
Very good.
That was unsuccessful.
And
do I get a coin?
You do not get a coin because you did not win your dice roll.
Okay,
But
next
good
time.
try.
Next time.
Okay, well, if there is a next time, because I'm in a similar strong position where I just need one more element down here in Earth, and I'm going to aim for it. So I think I still move my my character. I just won't necessarily win it. So I think actually you should have moved here. Okay, so let me just take my resources as well.
Should I move there? Because I haven't...
Yeah, we still we moved to it. You just didn't get the element.
Okay.
So I've got my gold and my power card. I'll take my gold now, and I get a power card because I've got a power stronghold. Now, seeing as I'm really hoping to win 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm actually going to use my 6 gold to also buy a mythical.
I only have 2.
Because I'm hoping for some good things on these, which might help me secure a win on this turn. Okay, so if you just close your ears so I can let everyone know what I've got. I've got a Dragon Attack epic card where I gain +7 for my attack in a single use. So that is exactly the kind of thing I was hoping for in this turn. And my power card, the Ice Hammer, gain +4 for my attack in one card, and you can use up to 3 cards in one go. So I'm going to use both of these in this turn. You come out now. Okay, so
What was it?
Well, I'll tell you what both of them are because I'm going to use both. I'm going to use the Ice Hammer for +4 attack, and I'm going to use the Dragon Attack for +7 attack, so that's +11. On top of that, I've got my 8 attack, which is 19, which means all I need to do is roll 1 with these 2 dice, which seems pretty likely.
Okay. I hope you get it.
Thank you very much. We've done it.
You get a -6 there.
That's not a -6, that's a 6 with a line under it.
Okay.
And that is me done. Fantastic.
Really happy for you, Damien.
Thank you very much, Pastor. I am too. And that's it.
Brilliant.
We've done it. We've gained our elements. That's Mythalix, guys.
Right.
Thanks for
Hope you
watching.
enjoy it.